It's 8 a.m. on the Perth Swan River foreshore, and coachloads of tourists are setting out to discover the many attractions of the biggest state. Opening the gate for them is a burgeoning company, the ADAMS Group, owned by Adam Barnard.
We're definitely one of the leaders in passenger transport in Western Australia. We operate across a lot of different varieties of the transport sector, both in mining, tourism and other sectors as well. So we're doing pretty good.
For Adam Barnard, a former soldier with the Armoured Corps, enterprise has always been in the blood.
I think at the age of 12, I started a car wash. And there was a very successful business.
Interest in buses started for Adam during his childhood as he watched coaches carrying tourists along Perth's coastline. After leaving the army, he set out on his own in the transport business with one second-hand bus in 2005.
We decided to purchase a coach. We did it very differently from some of our competitors. We studied them carefully and we made sure we delivered something that was unique and special. We didn't have the newest coach. In fact, we probably had the oldest coach in the industry. But we presented it well, and that's sort of where we started and where we grew from.
Adams Coach Lines now employs around 130 and has a fleet of more than 80 buses. But the road travelled has not always been easy for Adams' company, like when they'd spent millions during the boom in 2007 on new coaches, just as the GFC hit.
Look, we've been through everything that a normal business would go through during those stages, so we wondered, how I could pay my staff when we were small. I think I borrowed money from my family before. I, made sure, but every time that, that we paid, everything that our staff were owed. And there was times where my wife and I ate 2-minute noodles to save money, and that's a fact.
Adam's Coach Lines is now in a very strong financial position, but the thing that still gives Adam the greatest thrill is seeing his coaches on the road around WA.
Wherever I go, everybody sees our buses because they're blue, they're very distinct. And I don't meet with a single person that hasn't seen our buses. So I guess we're lucky we're in a business that is exceptionally visible, and that way our brand is very strong. Our presence is exceptionally strong on the road. So we're just lucky that we're a mobile business with a great big asset that drives around with our name on the sides.
And that presence is set to grow as Adams concentrates on winning major contracts that have allowed them to expand and acquire other brands like Pinnacle Tours, offering four-wheel drive adventures. As Adam looks to further expansion opportunities, he believes his future lies in tourism.
Western Australia, as a lot of the other states think, is a one-trick pony, and that's commonly, what we're referred to. Well, we're not, and I think I'm trying to get people to look back into the 80s and 90s of what inbound tourism did for not only Western Australia, but Australia as a whole. Tourism really has the potential to be our next big thing.